So here I am then at the Carole King, well, British Summertime Festival, and it's a bit like Taylor Swift, but the older generation. It's really cool. We've just seen Don Henley. We've got about 15 minutes till Carole King goes on, and I was going to do the whole vlog from here, but it's just a bit too much kicking off really. So when I get back home, I'm going to show you what's in my bag with the festival kit, all the stuff you need if you're going to be out and about at festival. So we'll do that when I get back. Meanwhile, I'm off to enjoy.
Euros, and I absolutely believe it.
Hi and welcome to this week's vlog, and as you saw there, I was at the festival in a day in Hyde Park, and just awesome gig, by the way. I don't know if you saw, or if you were there, or if you saw any of the reviews of the British Summertime gig, and Don Henley was great, and Carole King, I mean, just so unbelievably fantastic. And as lots of the reviews said, there were lots of people crying and completely sort of overwhelmed. It was really moving. She just is the most amazing person. And, you know, in one of my other vlogs, I was talking about how when you get to a certain age, the kind of person you are shows in your face, and it's just all about the energy. You know, it's not about the Botox and the work you've had done. It's about what kind of a person you are, and she really showed on that gig that she was just really is a beautiful person. It was amazing, and she even got quite overwhelmed herself at one point. I thought she was going to completely lose her composure. So anyway, it was a fabulous gig. She was very generous as well. She brought obviously Louise Goffin, her daughter, was on stage with her, and the lead actress from Beautiful, the musical in the West End. So anyway, I thought this was as good an opportunity as any to show you a few of the things that I took with me, and a few of the things that I would suggest that if you're going to a festival, or even if you're just going on your holidays this summer, you might want to think about having with you some of the kind of festival or summer holiday must-haves, if you like. So the obvious one, I mean, it's in and out obviously, but the sun. Right, for when it does come out, don't use conventional sun cream. I know I've mentioned this before, and I will do an in-depth vlog on this, by the way, but don't use the conventional stuff. Seriously, it's just so chock full of stuff that you really don't need. I mean, you really need some sunshine for starters, you know, we know that. We need the vitamin D. But when you really do have to cover up, then choose something like this, something like the Green People one, which is a really great product, which doesn't contain, you know, these kind of hideous nasties that are in some of the conventional ones. So think about a natural sun, some kind of natural sun protection, as well as covering up, of course. And then I've already mentioned this on another vlog, but I'm going to mention it again, the Incognito from Less Mosquito. Excuse that banging going on over there. Hope you can still hear me talking. I've got very, very noisy neighbours over there. Shall I tell them that they need to just like halt on account of I'm trying to do a vlog, right? Can we cope with that? Anyway, so this is the Incognito. This is the roll-on one. I think I might have shown you the spray last time, but this is also really, really cool. And don't forget this, because seriously, this mozzies and just all kinds of beasties are everywhere, and this is the only one that works. I swear, it really is. Now there's a really loud screaming child. Fortunately, it's not one of mine, so that's really good news. The other thing you might need is this. The pollen, as you will have noticed, is super high, and you know, at the moment so many people have got hay fever. This is Haymax. This is great because this is a protective balm, so the idea is that you just sort of put this around basically orifices, is that the word, and that stops the pollens from getting in. So there's a few natural things you can do for hay fever. In fact, I've written a blog recently about pineapples, and because they're very naturally high in antihistamine because of the bromelain in pineapples, but for when you need some extra help, something like the Haymax is a really good idea. And then if you're at a festival or if you're camping or whatever, you're going to need some kind of wipes. Now, I don't actually have mine with me because I've run out of them, but the Faith in Nature wipes, wow, that is one noisy motorbike, or is it just me? The Faith in Nature wipes are really, really good because they're completely natural and they're not chock full of all that hideous stuff. I remember when my kids were really little, they used to occasionally draw on the wall with felt tip pen. Is that only my children? And we used to use the conventional kind of wipes that you buy to remove that. So what is in them if they can get the felt tip pen off a wall? You know, what are they going to do to your skin? So I prefer the more natural ones, such as the ones from Faith in Nature. And then what else have I got in my little goodie basket? This actually. You know, I haven't tried this. I've just been sent this and I'm really looking forward to trying it. It's called Wellness in Motion, and this is from Tazika, I think the name of the company. And I'm really looking forward to trying this because this is obviously a beautiful kind of essential oil, little roll-on that you can put on your pulse points and just help if you're feeling, you know, just a little bit of motion sickness or you just really need a bit of a lift while you're on a journey. And then talking about going off on holidays or camping, it's a really good idea to have a first aid kit, but make it a natural first aid kit. And again, I don't have mine with me, but I really recommend that you look at the one from Nature's Naturals. I think we've got a picture of that. So Nature's Naturals do a natural family pack, a first aid kit that contains natural stuff, you know, like tea tree oil and things like the Derma Balm, which is great for healing any skin problems. If you're the sporty type, then this is fantastic. Any kind of Arnica, of course, is always great. And this is, we'll either have done this Arnica Shower Gel, so you can even get your fix of Arnica in your shower gel. And of course, don't forget that you can get Arnica tablets, you can get tinctures, and it's really amazing for anything like bruising or anything like that. So what else to tell you about them for taking stuff to festivals and on your holidays? Well, this, I mean, it's a luxury, of course it is, but I mean, what girl can manage without that? The most beautiful, organic, natural dry shampoo from Tabitha James Cran. I mean, let's face it, if you're camping or if you're at a festival, you're not going to really want to wash your hair, you know, even every couple of days. It's going to be really difficult. So this is a really, really good natural dry shampoo, and it comes in 2 shades, both light and dark. Now, of course, the other thing that's really important is to keep really well hydrated. And again, I've already mentioned on several blogs, the Tiana coconut water, several flavours, completely natural, nothing added. There's no sugars in this. So this is a really great one to go for. So check out Tiana coconut water. And then, of course, regular water. I mean, how important is that? I actually went to see a health kinesiologist a week or so ago. And in fact, I took my son, who's 16, because he's going off on one of these school kind of activity trips. And it was really interesting because she tested both of us and both of us were dehydrated, and I was shocked because I kind of pride myself on drinking plenty of water. I really thought I had been drinking enough. And then she said, well, how much have you had today? And I'm, well, okay, well, I had, you know, 1 this morning, and I think I might have had a small glass of water when I had a coffee. Okay then, so that's 2 glasses, not exactly the 8 you're meant to have, right? And similarly with my son. So usually if I'm out and about, I take glass bottles, but you know, obviously if you're on an activity trip or a festival or on your holidays, that's not going to work. So I've just been sent this. I'm so delighted to have gotten hold of this. I think these are great because these are big. They're big size bottles. They're made of a kind of a Triton material, so they're super light. Really importantly, they're BPA free, so that's important to stress. And the great thing is the company's Hydrate M8, and they've got this kind of hydration monitoring thing on the back here. I don't know if you can tell that, but basically it tells you what time you're meant to have a drink of water. And if you haven't finished this by the end of the day, well, you know you haven't drunk enough. So I think that's a fantastic idea. And the company work with Pump Aid, the charity, as well. So their new version of this bottle, which I think is the white one, they give £1 for every sale goes to Pump Aid. So that's it for your natural summer holiday hacks. I wanted to let you know that if you're around in London this weekend, I'm going to be speaking at the Allergy and Free From show. It's a massive event. It's got bigger every year. In fact, I'm going to be presenting the Free From Skincare Awards, the Skins Matter Free From Skincare Awards. I did it the last couple of years running as well. It's always great to see, you know, people who have really worked hard to work out what's not in their products, because of course it's really important to stress that just because products are natural doesn't necessarily mean they can't still be, you know, allergenic. So it's really important to look at that. I mean, some people are allergic obviously to essential oils and all kinds of things, so you really have to work that through, and people with allergies I think really appreciate this show and these awards. So I'm going to be at the Allergy and Free From show. It's at Olympia, and then on Sunday, as part of the same show but in another hall at Olympia, I think it is, there's the Love Natural Love You show. It's free, by the way. The tickets are free, so if you can come along, it would be great to meet you there. And I'm going to be speaking there on the Sunday morning. I think it's around about 11 o'clock. The title of my talk is Your Skincare Making You Sick? But you know me, I'll no doubt stray into other areas as well, because I always do. So I really look forward to seeing you there. I think there's lots of great speakers on. I think Dale Pinnock is going to be there, the medicinal chef. So look forward to seeing you if you can make it along to one of those shows. Also wanted to show you that I just got my copy of Natural Health Mag. I love this mag, it's fantastic. It really is the one that I read cover to cover. Great that I can be a contributor to it as well. I love writing for them. And this came with this little goodie included. I like this, the name is Kind. Do the Kind thing, it says. Haven't tried it yet, as you can see. And here's my column. These things I know. So if you want to read my column this month, in fact I'm talking all about how to look after your hair in summer, so obviously nice mention there for Tabitha James Cran, of course. And speaking of Tabitha James Cran products, great hair care, it's competition time still. We still have our competition running, so I want to say a huge thanks to those of you who've already subscribed to this YouTube channel and left a comment. If you remember last week, I set this competition and I said, you know, leave us a comment about what it is that rejuvenates you or how you find a way to de-stress, because there was that piece in the paper about how many women suffer tummy problems because they're stressed. Now, interestingly enough, this week I've just seen a news report that says the NHS spend, I think it was something like £7.5 million a week on antidepressants. Can that be right? I must have got that wrong, but it's a staggering amount of money that's spent on antidepressants. What an absolute crying shame, because they're always going to end up being addictive, and how much better if it is possible for you to find a way to de-stress and just find a way to be positive. It's always gonna help. And I loved some of your suggestions. Lots of you said that you agree with me, and the sea is what does it for you and what recharges your batteries and just makes you think everything's okay again, and the crashing waves and all of that. Lots of you were talking about walking in nature, cycling, having a bath, candlelit bath, just taking time out to read. Somebody said stroking a pet. That's a great one. I don't have any pets, but I think I may have said before, we borrow friends' dogs, you know, when we need our fix of that. So really great suggestions, and I'd love it if you can keep them coming. It doesn't matter if you say the same thing as somebody else, it's fine. It's really good to get an idea of what people do to just recharge and de-stress and just take a little bit of time out so that you know, everything doesn't sort of get on top of you. So the competition's still running then. You just got to subscribe, just leave me a comment. Everyone who does that will just be entered into a prize draw, and then next week's vlog will announce the winners. And we've got 3 great prizes. So one prize is a set of my books, the 3 of the books, Imperfectly Natural Woman, the gift book, and also Look Great Naturally Without Ditching the Lipstick. And obviously I'll sign them for you. And then the another prize is a bunch of organic skincare. I don't know what it is, but we'll put something lovely together for one winner. And then a third prize, not necessarily in order, is a bunch of fabulous organic hair care products. So it's really worth doing this. You've just got to subscribe, leave me a little comment, and then you're in with a chance to win, and we'll announce that in next week's vlog. So inside out time, and I thought this week I'd give you something super simple for your inside tip, and that is, as it's summer, eat berries. That sounds kind of obvious, but you know, most of us kind of try and eat strawberries in winter, and it's really not the best time. Best time is eat berries when they're in season, and strawberries just fantastic usually this time of the year if you can get, you know, great organic ones, or if you're lucky enough to grow them in your own garden. So eat strawberries, and also don't forget you can use them to whiten your teeth. So that's the inside tip. And the outside tip, well, I've already touched on it in this vlog already. It's do not laden yourself with conventional sun cream. Just don't do it. Get some sunshine because you really need some vitamin D. Cover up when you need to, and then when you are exposed and you know that you really do need some kind of cream or whatever it is to help you out, use one of the more natural ones, such as some of the ones that I've mentioned and some of the ones that are featured on my website. So that's it for this week. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave me a comment, and look forward to seeing you next time. I'm going to leave you with this tiny clip of Carole King. You